Hello, I'm Michael and I welcome you to a new series of Let's Play Civilization 5 using the Vox Populi mod and also using Milae's map. And I'm gonna leave links to both things in the description below. So a couple of days ago on Tuesday I downloaded the latest version of the mod, that's 3.7.11, which means there have been sort of 11 updates, sort of fixing various bugs and things. And also on Tuesday, I actually had a live stream. You can find it on my videos in the live recording sections. We played as Persia for a couple of hours and it was quite a bit of fun. So today I'm going to start a proper Let's Play, and here are our settings. So we're going to play as Persia. I'm going to get into that in a minute. We're going to use Milae's map. It's been updated to sort of adapt to the latest versions, standard map and pace as well, and we're playing on Deity. So just recently I've been doing alright on Deity. Don't always win, but sometimes or more often than before. I didn't change anything here. I was sort of thinking about strategic balance on things, but I left it as it is. The usual settings here, got the events on, the bad ones off. I do need a little bit of a boost, as I'm not like the greatest player, so. And didn't change anything from my usual stuff. So let's go back and back. I've got a starting location. I rerolled that a few times. And then I found this one which I'm loading here. It seems okay, not brilliant, but anyhow, so that's Darius here. We've got our golden ages last 50% longer. That's quite nice, and 15% of our crow's gold income converts into golden age points. Sometimes you get the first one just a little bit earlier than you want. But even so, during the golden ages our units get +1 movement, and I had quite a bit of fun with that on Tuesday when I played. And also a 15% combat strength bonus, which is quite a bit. And our unique stuff is the good old Immortal here. It's a replacement spearman and he's got extra promotions. I'm gonna show you those when we get to it. And then we got the Satrap's Corp, which is a replacement courthouse. And I'm not entirely sure. I think you can build it in all the cities. I'm not sure. It might have been changed from donkeys years ago. I've also downloaded the latest version of the 3rd and 4th unique components. But I had a look at it and I didn't quite fancy it. So we're just playing with those too, and that'll be fine. So let's have a look at our starting location. I actually moved a couple of guys before sort of deciding to go with this. Warrior started here, and the Pathfinder was here. And I don't know, I moved that guy left onto the hill to have a look, and I moved this guy up. I don't know if I might swing him back around, and there's Tundra up there, which can run through quite quickly if we get the first promotion for this guy. As for the starting, it's not great. Let me just hover over one of those tiles here. So we haven't got a free food tile, which I usually sort of find essential. We've got the lake fairly close, and the reason why I took it was the Monopoly bonus here. It's 25% golden age length, and that's our thing, isn't it? So actually I didn't think about that when I first sort of started, but once I saw that I thought, yeah, I don't want to have a go at it. So we're gonna hope for like a goodie hut that gives us extra production in the beginning, money, or like extra border growth or something. And that would help our cross here. And there's 2 of them already. So we're pretty lucky we went into the right direction. So let's go. And there's forest, we might get a deer or two if we're lucky. I'm gonna go monument first into shrine. I'm having this idea of playing an authority game. It's got to be violent this time because the last two games were just benign. I played as Egypt, which I finished on Tuesday even. I think it was Tuesday. So that was a culture victory, which was quite nice. And I also sort of had a parallel Arabia game, and I was just messing around a little bit. It was a free city challenge, and we got our asses whooped by Japan. So, first take. I usually take one of those before I go pottery. So we need to get up to 4 pop before we can get a settler in our second city. Looking at the terrain, there's a couple of options here. There's a couple of options. There seems to be some forest around and tundra, so we could reveal deer. And there is some plains and grassland, so we could also reveal animal husbandry. In fact, there's another option, which is going straight for bronze working to get the immortal. We're not gonna do that. Immortal is pretty good. It's got 13 combat strength, and that is gonna be quite good even beyond when people can get swordsman. It's got some extra promotions which sort of make him quite formidable. And if we use him early and get some promotions on him, he's gonna be strong enough to deal with swordsman. I think we sort of want to develop just a little bit normally. I'm also thinking for the jade we're gonna need construction, and usually we also want to try and get a trade route out. We have to discover a neighbor first, and then again we might want to conquer that neighbor. So deer would be good, and horses would also be good. I'm gonna go animal husbandry first. If we can find horses, that would be good. If we can approve it early, we can sell a few copies because we don't actually need them. We might get one of those guys as a medic. Not entirely convinced. I usually don't get it before I get a skirmisher. But we can do that, and it's also on the way to barracks, which we might want to get early. There is a Pantheon, I think it's the God of War one, where we get I think culture and something else to the barracks. Culture and faith. So that is on the way there. So we can't decide everything. We sort of have to have a look at the map first, see who our neighbors are, see if we got some city-states. Would be, for example, cool if we had a cultured one or a military one close by. And that was good already. There was some production to the monument. So the quicker we get our monument, the quicker we can get our first policy, and the quicker then we're gonna get culture from our guilds. That is fantastic, but that is so good. That is so good. So barbs are quite... Is that a wonder? I didn't notice that. Oh, what? I thought it was a mountain. It's, what is it? Mount Sinai? It is. Okay, you know what? I think I was totally distracted by the ruins. I didn't even notice that. That is interesting. It's food, faith. So it's actually quite perfect early on. Okay, we also found some more jade, so we're gonna have to expand down here. And that, I'm gonna bring him back onto this one here. I don't want him to run through the rough stuff here. In fact, he's already in the wrong place here. Okay, let's have a little look around that wonder. I don't want to go up there reasonably early. Let's just go down a little bit. Also, running through the desert without a promotion is also not best, but... Oh, fuck. It's you, yes. I'm so fucking delighted to have a Viking next door. He is one of the most aggressive and backstabbing little bastards in the game. What are you? Yeah, nice guy. Shit, where is he? Where do we see him? Did he just run past here or something? Let's hop into that mountain. And what do we do with this guy? I don't like going up there. Oh, it's even worse. So maybe he goes back this way and I swing around that way. I have no idea. Yeah. We've got Denmark and Mongolia as neighbors. Reasonably close neighbors, I think. Okay, I'm gonna send him over there. I hope there's some more planes and stuff. And... oh, there's a ruin, cool. We can grab that. And there's jungles and things, so maybe we can run through that fairly quickly. That's some culture that's gonna help us. And there's a march, that's bad. Let's go this way. Oh, there's an oasis in reach, that's good. And what about so much incense here? There's a city-state. And there's some jungle info, so we're gonna go down there. Trying to make good use of our first promotion. Into the hill. Bob, come close by. Usually I don't like hugging the coast, but the scout's got extra vision over the Pathfinder, so we can get some XP from that. 100 golden age, well, I almost shouldn't take that because I don't want to get the first golden age too early. The happiness is no good though. Well, let's just do it anyhow. I mean, golden age adds money to the tiles that have got money. So we've got quite a few of those. And this is a bit awful, but we have to grow. Okay, that was quite good. Oh. Where was the Dane? I hope he doesn't crop that. He must be somewhere here. Okay, that is gonna be interesting now. And we got the lake, that's good. Oh, and we are actually super lucky here. We've got cattle and sheep, so we can get an early worker. Yeah, if we could get some money, we're gonna pay for, we're gonna build a worker. Okay, let's go pottery first, and then I think then we can go for our immortals. And he's got a desert promotion, that's timely. And a free check, that's also... Oh, what about deer? Hey, we got some deer as well. Good. Okay, we're gonna be alright for food after all. The capital, we're only gonna grow it up to 6 or 7 pop in the beginning anyhow. Or it's gonna keep going back to 0 anyhow. So we build settlers. So we don't need that many workable tiles. Oh, that is also good. Hanoi. What if they... Ah, fuck. That's the second time in a row I got a close by militaristic one. That is hostile. What do you got? Berber cavalry. Oh. That's... Oh, what do we need for that? Doesn't say, does it? Oh, military science. Great. What do I do here? It's just... Oh, Denmark is there. Oh, he's gonna try and get that wonder as well, I think. Shit, I bet there is some ruins up here, and I don't know if the Mongolian guy grabbed them. Stay in the desert, maybe. Yeah, I do want to go authority. This guy's running around here. Oh. Should I go up? Or has he been up and is coming down? Got a clue. Let's go this way. He's gone further down, so I don't know if he's been here. Gee. What is this, like warmonger reunion or something? Yeah. Yeah. You go roast some people and eat them. Shit, I sort of wish I brought them up the other way. How much for the next promotion? Not much, so we take the one where we can go swimming. Shit, such slow progress up here. Okay, so let's just have a look here. Pottery coming up, then we're not gonna build a settler yet. We're gonna go up to 4 pop. I might even prefer 5, but I could get so much more production if I had an extra pop. So we, I think we're just gonna get a warrior now. Maybe we're gonna save up money for the worker. Awful slow. Oh, we got Brazil in the game, I think. It's pottery, and let's go this one here then. Let's just hope we find something here. Mongolia must be over there. Monte is here, so not not a lot of chance for some more ruins. There's more jade over there, and there's some mountain ridges. So if Monty is there, we can have a defensive city there. So I think I'm gonna go straight for immortals. We have to do some business with those guys. Bully some people. Maybe we can even attack Denmark. That'd be funny. You heard that, Harold? I'm gonna conquer you. Oh, nice. I think I can grab that and then go the other way, I think. Ah, take it. By the way, where are the camps? Not from this one, obviously. What do they want? Find the lands of Mongolia, okay. Where's our first city gonna be? Down here somewhere? Right in his face? And I can't believe you're doing this, idiot. And trust him to go over now. I'm gonna be so furious. Mr. Warrior. Workers 160, the first one. 70, it's quite a few turns. Da, 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 da. 19 turns until we grow is pretty awful. I'm gonna get a settler now. I'm gonna switch those guys around because we don't need the food. So we can get the extra production and also money. So that's gonna increase our income to 8 to 10. 11 turns is quite a bit. I'm so willing to accept that. By the way, that does make a difference. Didn't I have it down to 10 for a second? No. Anyhow, that's 10 gold per turn, so we can get a worker in 7, and he can improve, I guess, the cattle and the sheep first. And then when we get the settler, we're gonna rework the lake. And in the meantime, we could try get mining. I want to have a little look around here. Okay, so that is production. That's actually superb. That went into the settler. Is he gonna hit us? No. And we can go over here once and then go this way. Pyramids turn 24 is pretty early. Montezuma. We just need Askia and the Zulus in here, and then we're sort of... One of them must be Brazil. So have a look on the mountain. And let's hope there's more land over there. How far do I want to go? 14 turns. Okay, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe a couple more times before we want to get back and get our upgrade. Genoa, cool. Still a larger island. Let's just hop on here. Unfortunate. Yeah, I was hoping to find Mongolia here. maybe we can do this thing here, but I don't think. Oh, there might be there. Just looking if there's a border there. No. Ah, nothing. Yeah, I'm not gonna go any further. I'm gonna bring that guy back. He wants to be immortal. Okay, let's bring him back here. That. I'm not sure if we can carry on here. Let's go down. Stonehenge. It's sort of normal time, I guess. So, how aggressive do we want to be? I'd say very. Golden Age is coming too soon. So let's get a granary. Oh, we can get the worker, okay. Bang. Build the granary. And I'm just thinking Golden Age. We could get 3 immortals. And then they got double movement. And we could sort of harass them quite a bit. Maybe we can capture one of their settlers or something. Or wait for him to settle a city and conquer that. And look at that, there's such nice land down here. Free luxuries. So we're gonna have about 5 cities, core cities, I think. Is it actually worth grabbing that wonder down here? I want to attack Denmark early. It's shit terrain to attack them. There's a river as well. And these guys are going to have amphibious, right? So we'd have to come this way. So putting a city on that side is not ideal. 2, 3, 4. No production whatsoever. I could go on that hill. Just improve 2 tiles, that'll be enough to get a couple of immortals out. I could also just settle here and let Denmark come towards me and then sort of punish him for his misdeeds. That might be a little bit smarter. I do want to sort of develop fairly rapidly. So the second city needs to be good. I think we're gonna go here. Yeah. We're gonna go here. And we let Denmark come to us. And he is going to, I'm pretty sure. And then we've got 3 or 4 immortals. We can go down there. There's camps here as well. They're just there. But this one is a nuisance to get to. Just desert. Yeah, we need to save up a little bit of money for the upgrades. And then let's just see what happens here. That. So this one first. I quite like those those towns here, they get 2 extra yields from the improvement. He's got his orders. Oh! So France as well. It's quite a lineup, isn't it? It must be land. Cool. Let's hope to find a couple more ruins here somewhere. One tile island, maybe not here. And we arrived. I made a mistake up here as well. It should be in here at least. It should be here. We need to grow. Oh, that's bad. Got some money, okay, but in fact that should be here as well. Growing is important. Okay. Finish the bronze working and we need 40 gold, great. Okay, this guy can actually come this way. So what about Pantheon? Leaves. God of the Expanse, Ancestor. So there's 2 I got my eyes on. God of War and Tutelary Gods. We're just a little bit slow here. Shrine. We're gonna get this thing here. That's gonna help. And the thing is, we also don't have to go for a religion. That is another thing. Especially when you go in authority. Sometimes you can just conquer somebody and take their religion. Or you just don't build the shrines and just put all your production into the relevant stuff like the well into production. But it's so nice to choose your religion. You can get sort of really stuff that supports your cause. If you want to go down that route, we are gonna have to go shrine first. Then monument into well, maybe I'll switch these two depending on how many kills we can get. Okay, so back to the normal stuff now. Let's get a wheel for the council. That'll be some signs, and then if we want to go for construction early. Is that a bigger? Oh, cool. So we can upgrade the first guy. And did we find Mongolia? I'm not quite sure where the quest is gone. Okay, we need to find France. Cool. And that is nice, isn't it? And that was the new city. Cool. So that's gonna get us to Pantheon quicker, that's perfect. Because I like calling it an episode when we get to the Pantheon. Always love reading what you guys think. So fine. Let's hop onto the next island then, I guess. Just send this guy over here. See if we can intercept a settler or something. Germany. Otto, I have a feeling you are the weakest link here. He's gonna get trashed by somebody, I'm pretty sure. So, 2 more missing. Brazil should be one of them, as I said. We go here and wait. Need some money. Okay, we get the granary now and statue of Zeus. I'm not surprised one of the warmongers went for that. It's 2 turns, okay. Let's get scout, good, perfect, perfect. Where do we go? Maybe down here and have an hop onto that. Syphilis, still 16 turns, how's that? I don't know, because we don't get a lot of money at the moment. I mean, immortals are nice and everything, but we shouldn't go sort of totally stupid in the game. Tempted to go for a worker. Because there are quite a few things we can improve in this city as well, and then getting the extra production from horses and things, and some extra food would allow us to sort of churn out a few units. I can get one now, but it's gonna slow us down. So I think I'm gonna get this guy, and I'm gonna build the next settler only when we're up to 5 pop. We're gonna get the extra food here in a minute, and 1 production. And then I might improve the wheat next, because the granary is gonna... Oh no, as granary is giving it 1 food already. I think we should get an extra 2. But let's get a worker anyhow. Where does he want? Over there, okay. So let's just play the 1 more turn, and then I can put a couple of questions to you. Let's get onto this one. So, did we discover anything? Okay, so we're gonna go here and hop onto that island or whatever it is. Okay, fine. No settler, and he's gotta wait 5 more turns for his upgrade. This guy is finished. So we're gonna grow in 8 and get a worker in 7, that's fine. We can put a turn into an immortal or something, or maybe even get him before we get the settler. Not entirely sure yet. And the second work, I think I'm gonna send him down here. We need to improve the horses. We got a couple of food tiles. We can improve the horses. And that'll give us enough production in that city. So then, next policy. You can also tell me what you do here. I know what I usually do, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm asking you guys. Give me your ideas, and I'm gonna show you not just the next 2. So this one is where we get signs from kilts, and we also heal from kilts, melee kilts. And afterwards we got this one here where we get happiness and culture from barracks. Keep that in mind. This one here is cities gain 20 production and gold when the borders expand, and we also get 40 science and culture when you found and conquer cities. And then afterwards we get a free settler. So it's gonna be one of those 2 first. That's the first question to you guys, and then Pantheon time. I'm not gonna read them all out. I'm just sort of gonna. You can see most of them. I scroll through slowly. Just mention some contenders. God of all creation you can always take. Craftsman Open Sky is the one that gives a faith and free gold to postures, which we are going to have at least 3 in the first 2 cities. There's more stuff in there, and we also get culture and faith for every 2 work planes or crossland so, well, you can do the maths. Why should I? A Stars and Sky, that is Tundra and Snow, which is up there. That can be super good if you got a Tundra start. It's one of the strongest, in fact. God King is something you could do. Goddess of Nature. That is actually interesting. It's faith, gold, and food for every 2 mountains within 3 tiles. So just to have a look, Persepolis got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's only 2 of each. And then the second city's only got 3 mountains. So only get 1 of each. But if you put a city over here, like for example, it would benefit tremendously. And you also get extra 2 culture and 3 faith from natural wonders. Which would be this one. And Goddess Protection is actually funny. It's a really cool one, even if you're going offensive because of the extra healing. But I don't want to sort of necessarily build walls early to get the faith in the culture. And hang on a sec, what happened here? A God of War just went, and tutelary gods also. But that is just shit. And those 2 were my favorites. And God of Commerce I used in my Germany game. That was amazing. It was super amazing. Okay, so that is a bit of a problem. So what else do we have then? Camps. We will have some, but not sufficient. Those less. Renewal, not at all. Legs, not really. Oh, I'm absolutely gutted that we didn't get better ones here. So it'll be all the more interesting to hear what you guys think. Incidentally, there is the craftsman still here. 1 faith on production from quarries and stoneworks. And then you get the culture science and 2 faith from the palace. So main benefit, faith and production from quarries, which we are going to have on the Jade, but not very quickly. It's actually just a little bit difficult to make that decision. And really, the tutelary gods would have been perfect for us. Because we got the early unique unit, and if you want to get them out, we need a production while not sort of neglecting everything else. And this one's got production and gold, which is super flexible. So that is a great shame. On Tuesday, when I did the live stream, I took the God of War, and this was actually quite a bit of fun. It made the barracks superb. 2 faith and 2 production from barracks, and then you get that policy here, and added 2 culture to it, and happiness. So super barracks. Well, anyhow, so let me know in comments what you think, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.